questions about a lease versus a loan, subscriptions, lots of different ways to pay for a solar system. And I think that we've got our own opinions on leases versus loans. So can you kind of explain the difference and why one is better than another?
Yeah, so leasing a solar system is nothing like leasing a car, right? Leasing a car, you want the newest and latest, greatest car. Every 2 years, you're going to trade it in and keep getting yourself that really. And month to month, you're paying a pretty small rate to drive a car that you couldn't afford to buy cash outright, right? The problem with solar, 10, 15 years ago, leasing was the big thing because when you and I first started, like we talked about earlier, prices for solar were more than double.
Right.
So of course you're going to look at a no money option. There wasn't loans. There wasn't Redwood Credit Union, Solal, Provident, all offering solar specific loans, right? So the major problem with the lease is the homeowner doesn't own the equipment, meaning they don't get the tax credit, meaning they don't own the net energy metering. You paid all this money in California to own your house, and then you're gonna rent equipment for 20, 25, or even 30 years now, Jake, on leasing, and stick it on top of your roof. The other company that did it, they own the equipment, so they get the tax credit, they get the depreciation, and within about 3 or 4 years, they have more than recouped their money, and it's nothing but residual income from you. And that's why solar got such a bad rap, particularly with realtors. I love educating realtors, because there was a line item when I just reappraised my house. Owned, $80,000 worth of value between the carport and the solar system that I built, you and I built, right? Leased, it's just gonna add a headache. You have to transfer a note, you have to buy it outright, you have to pay capital gains.
Oh, wow.
That's the weirdest thing about leasing. If I don't buy it out and you buy my house and then buy out the lease, you have to pay capital gains on it.
Huh.
It's outrageous.
That's crazy.
And that's why we get really kind of, us as a company really get worked up when someone's like, well, this just looks too good to be true. Well, it probably is.
It is too good.
Read the fine print, read the 28-page warranty that's been Xerox copied over and over. So it's a really fine line to walk because on paper it looks amazing. But 90% of our finance options, Jake, we can match that month-to-month payment and it stays fixed.
Right.
Whereas a lease or subscription escalates 2 to 3% each and every year automatically. They want to make their money.
And I don't think, you don't understand how much a 3% escalator can really increase those payments.
Over 20 years, you're doubling your payment. You're absolutely correct, Jake. Like that's the crazy, and it's compounded, right? It's not just it's compounding. So when it goes up 3, then it's going 3% off that number.
Right.
That's where people don't really, it doesn't seem like much, 2.99.
Yeah.
Heck, I'd be thrilled to get that as an interest rate, right? As an escalator, it's not a good thing.
Yeah.